All right, guys, Don Cottom with 323 Link, and a new brand coming out of Florida very soon is Windows AV. I want to give you a quick tour of the next generation of audiovisual solutions. Now, this particular room is a large training room with 75-inch TVs around and then a couple of 98s in the front. And so our rooms are turnkey. That means we use the same configurations with different layouts, and today we have about 60 or so different configurations. And I'm going to show you a little rundown of this, but this ranges from a $2,000 conference room all the way up to a room like this. Believe it or not, this room was under $50,000 with even dual 98 TVs up in the front. So we're typically about 30% less, 40% less sometimes than traditional AV, because we build an entire system on a Windows computer. And this comes from the generation that I got to work through, fortunately, in 2012 when Zoom Room came out. And we built the first PC room solutions for video conferencing. This is basically derived from that. This comes, but we can become compatible or are compatible with everything. So this is a room system. If it was just in a conference room, I could just use it for my Zoom meetings and whatever to collect my notes. I could use it just for raw presentations, and to present here I hit HDMI, and there's my presentation all across the room. This works the same in every room. It's the same interface in every room. So if I was in a small 3-person conference room, the interface would be the exact same as the interface would be in this large training room. So this software is a middleware that rides on Windows and allows us to manipulate how these different applications are presented on the monitors in a particular way. So we can have the free client of Zoom act like it's a Zoom room by launching it in full screen and dual full screen modes. We can even do 3-screen. We can do all kinds of stuff with these platforms that traditional rooms won't work. And if you have an environment where you're like stuck in Teams, but every once in a while you have to do Zoom or WebEx or any of the other platforms, we also fully integrate with Panopto, who is a partner of ours for capture in classrooms and courtrooms. This is compatible with everything. It's also compatible with every peripheral. This has dual tracking cameras. This room can have reinforced audio. It does have reinforced audio. This can have assisted hearing. It can have every feature you can put in any large traditional AV room, but our stuff works more consistently. We don't have a proprietary control system running everything. Everything gets to the computer. This also makes us fully NIST compliant. We may be the only NIST compliant AV solution there is, because everything's routed through the computer and then everything's controlled and regulated in the computer. So we can actually give you an audit report on things that were used, how long, by who. And so this really comes in handy because in the next generation, these rooms are fully AI compatible. This means that not only will our users be able to go make their own automations for these buttons using AI, you basically tell it what you want and then it can produce it. That's the future of what this room is, but also these will have audio assist, meaning that you can have, if you want to turn the option on, you could have the room listening to assist the user or listen to maybe follow some step in a process they need to handle, fill out a form or whatever it might be. But these rooms will also become like an assistant where you'll be able to ask it to bring things up. We have an AI-only microphone on these rooms. All right, well, I appreciate you checking it out. And this is a OneTouch room. This is a typical classroom layout for us. This room is much less expensive if you were to do this with a traditional AV company, not using the method we use where we run everything on a Windows computer. This room would probably be somewhere between $75,000 and $100,000. So this changes the economies of scale of audiovisual. It makes it more reliable, no more rebooting the rack every 3 days. This fixes all the problems, we think, in the audiovisual environment. All right, thanks for checking it out, and go to 323link.com.